Hello everyone, and welcome to this month's episode of What's for Dinner. On this month's episode, I'm making some taco stuffed peppers. Let's get cooking. So the first thing you need to do when you start this recipe is to preheat the oven to 350 degrees, which I've already done. Then you're going to need to take 4 bell peppers. The colors don't matter, but I must say, having multiple colored peppers makes it look very pretty. Cut the tops off and then remove the inside, and then you're going to bake these at 350 for about 20 minutes. I'm just going to go put these in the oven just like this. And you want to make sure that they stand up, that they're able to stand alone by themselves, so they don't fall over and whatnot. Next, what we're going to do is I'm going to take some olive oil, about a tablespoon or so. I'm going to put it in this pan. Get the fan going here. And about 1 medium onion. And we're going to just saute the onion over the oil. Okay, so the onions are looking really good right now. Nice and browning up here. I'm going to add a teaspoon of cumin, the equivalent of about a teaspoon. This decides to come out of the container. There we go. And then a tablespoon of chili powder. Oh, smell that cumin. Chili powder just pours on out. Okay, there's the chili powder. And then some salt and pepper. I have that over here. And then we're going to add a cup of rinsed quinoa. Never cooked with this before. This is going to be interesting. One of the things I noticed, and one of the things you might notice about this recipe, is there's no meat in it. The quinoa, from what I'm assuming, acts as the meat product in this. So let's bring this together here. I just realized I forgot to add one ingredient before the quinoa, and that was the garlic. So we're going to go ahead and add 3 cloves of that, which is about 3 half teaspoons. There's 1, there's 2, and there's about 3. Let's get this incorporated. Hopefully that doesn't change what this is going to be like. Once we get this cooking here for another couple of minutes, we're going to add a 1.5 cups of vegetable stock. And by the way, the peppers are still cooking in the oven. They have about, I would say, another 5 minutes or so until they're done. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add in this 1.5 cups of vegetable stock. And now essentially what we're going to do is cook this over high heat, bring it to a boil. We want it to boil, and then once it starts boiling, we're going to lower the heat, and then we're going to simmer it for about 20 minutes so that the quinoa can absorb the broth. So you want to give it a boil for about 2 minutes or so before you reduce the heat and then cover it so it can simmer. Okay, it's actually about time to take the peppers out, so I'm going to go and take those out. We'll set them over here. And we'll leave the oven on. Set those over there. We're going to reduce this to low. And get some foil. Cover this just gently here. All right, now we'll let it simmer for about 20 minutes. When we come back, we're going to remove it from the heat, and we're going to add some other stuff to it before we put it into the peppers, before we bake it again for another 20 minutes or so. So we'll be back shortly once this is done simmering. All right, it's only been about 10 minutes, and I just looked at it, and all of the liquid has absorbed into the quinoa. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off the heat, remove this. It looks very good. It smells very good too. Just mixing it up here a bit. Yeah, there's no liquid left. I mean, it's wet, but it's not like a soup like it was when I put the foil on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove it from the heat. Okay. Set it here. Now I'm going to add a can 15-ounce can of black beans. I'm gonna add a cup of corn. I'm gonna add about a cup of cheese, which is about half of this bag. And then a half cup of enchilada sauce. And then you want to thoroughly mix this. Everything gets incorporated evenly. So as I said at the beginning of this, there is no meat in this recipe, and I didn't realize that until I was researching and making the ingredient list for this. I've never cooked with quinoa before, and so far it's been interesting. So this looks pretty well incorporated. I'm going to move this over to here. I'm going to set it here. I'm going to get a spoon. Bring the peppers back over. And now essentially what we're going to do is we're going to scoop this into the peppers. And there's no way this is all fitting in here. That's about as high as I can go on all these. So it doesn't quite use it all, but it uses a good portion of it. Now we're going to top these with more cheese. Don't they look cute? I think they look really cute. Okay, so now we just bake them again for another 20 minutes. And this is at 350. I think I said that at the beginning. Back in they go. And we'll be back in 20 minutes.
20 minutes later.
All right, it's been about 20 minutes. I just looked at them and they look astonishingly good. I hope they're going to be good. I've never had quinoa before, so I hope I like these. Oh, look at that. The cheese is brown on the top. Look at that. That is so pretty. I mean, these look so pretty. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to take, I want a smaller one. The yellow and green ones are kind of small, so maybe I'll take the yellow one. And you can put guacamole, you can put cilantro, you can put more cheese on top. I have some sour cream and some more cheese. How do I do this without hurting myself? I know. How about some tongs? There. Little dollop of sour cream on top. Put some more cheese on top. Just a little bit. And with that, we have our taco stuffed pepper. All right, I'm going to cut into this. I guess give it a try here. I'm trying to make it so you can see what I'm doing. Let's give it a try here. Come on. You know what? That's not bad. That is not bad at all. It's a little more soupy than I thought it would be. Well, check that one off as a success. That's really good. Thank you all for watching this episode of What's for Dinner. If you have any recipes that you would like me to make on camera, leave them below in comments and I'll check them out. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, take care, God bless, and look forward to seeing you next time on What's for Dinner.